Hello once again. Now, this will be my last month on premium YouTube because paying £13 a month to be shadow banned is not really my idea of personal liberty. And YouTube is not famous for that. So I will use my last month here to speak my mind on other matters away from world politics. And in the last few years, and especially in the last few months, my eyes have been opened to Big Pharma and most of all, GPs, your doctors. Now, I'm certainly not a doctor and I have no medical training whatsoever. However, I do have a lifetime of personal experience, which I happen to think is important. It is important to me anyway, for taking notice and reading between the lines of many, many things. And let me just say this before I start, that I do appreciate that some people have congenital illnesses that are beyond their control and need drugs vitally to keep them alive. However, in general terms, us humans have a remarkable system for combating illnesses and a body that is hugely complicated and extremely clever in dealing with bugs and germs without any assistance from anyone. But having said that, most of us, if not all of us, are responsible for what we do to our bodies, especially when we are young and fit. We smoke, we drink alcohol, we all eat the wrong foods, we work in jobs that stress us out, we're under pressure from society in general, we have to work, pay rent or mortgage, pay our taxes, and most of all, keep up with the Joneses. In other words, social media. It's all under pressure. All of these things exact a toll on our bodies that generally pay us back eventually. Consequently, we are prescribed medication, and some of it, I think, some of it is really unnecessary. And it happened to me many years ago, actually, about 12 years ago. And I ended up in Queen Victoria Hospital in East Grinstead. I had a serious accident with a bench saw. And I spent 11 and a half hours in surgery while they tried to repair the damage, which they made an excellent job, even though I can't bend my thumb. And while I was there, I was taken into intensive care with a heart rate of 250 beats a minute. And to cut a long story short, I was referred to a heart specialist, put on many drugs, had an ablation in St Thomas's in London, and none of it worked. None of it at all. And I took myself off the drugs and I remained on aspirin, vitamin D and cod liver oil. Lots of cod liver oil because of what I do. I was a physical worker, joints and so forth. I thought they were good for me. And that was over 12 years ago. Of late, I had cataract surgery. And all these old problems all of a sudden resurfaced. Once again, I visited the doctor and I was prescribed medication for atrial fibrillation, high blood pressure, and high cholesterol. And I took stock of all these things. And eventually I decided I wouldn't take any of these drugs. So I went back on aspirin along with vitamin D and K2. But I ditched cod liver oil, which I've been taking for many, many years, because since then I found out that cod liver oil and fish oil can cause AF, which is atrial fibrillation. And I also radically changed my diet and stopped all alcohol intake. Am I right? Well, time will surely tell, that's for sure. And I'll keep you posted. Or not. Bye-bye. Thanks for listening.